Okay, so I have a Steam Deck, and I have a couple actual docks for the Steam Deck, and they work. But we have a new one right here. This is the KiwiHome. And as you can see here, it looks like maybe I don't want to say a newer company because I don't know, but it looks like their products are kind of all based on like newer gaming devices. So you'll see there's a Steam Deck, a dockable case. That's actually pretty cool for the Switch. And I think they have a multifunctional stand compatible with the PS5. That one I actually really like. I'd be curious to see that because I do like that. They also have some things like cooling fans, which would be kind of cool. And that maybe that's it. Maybe that's all. I don't know. Anyways, today what we're looking at is their docking station for the Steam Deck. And this is the box right here. So we'll take a quick look at the KiwiHome website, see what they say about this. Crack it open, and then my Steam Deck's over there, so we'll give it a try. Okay, KiwiHome docking station for Steam Deck. Right now, coming in about $70 US. Now that is less expensive than if you were to buy the official Steam Deck, for sure. The official Steam Deck's quite pricey. If you look at some of the pictures here, we have a USB-C cable, which is going to go in there. I do like, which is not all of them have this, but this one does. It's a right angle connector, which I do like. You have a DP 1.4, an HDMI 2.0, so that should give you 4K 60 out, which is good. PD 3.0, 3 USB-A 3.0 ports, and gigabit Ethernet. So that's actually really good. And of course, this allows you to plug it into upwards of a 4K 60 display, which is nice. Plus, because it has all the USB ports on the back, you can plug in a keyboard, mouse, external game controller, etc., etc. It does say it has this LED switch button, LED on, TV mode, LED off, console mode, which is kind of nice because I have my Switch over there and the dock is plugged in, of course, so that I can play it on an external monitor. But, of course, whenever the Steam Deck starts, when it's all hooked in, sitting on the dock, it just all of a sudden just always goes to TV mode so that the Steam Deck screen turns off. But here it looks like you could be like, no, I just keep it in console mode so that, you know, you can keep it on the dock and connected, and it doesn't shut the screen off, would be my guess. Note, it still charges your device, even in the off position. So that's kind of cool. 100-watt fast charger. Of course, you need to have it plugged into a 100-watt power brick, so just make sure. Here's your gigabit Ethernet. So if you are someone that's plugged in or wants to plug into Ethernet, you can get 1,000, right, gigabit. 5 gig transfer speed, so that would be through the USB-C ports and the USB-A ports. You're not going to get 10 or 20 or 40, but you are going to be getting 5. So it says you can put in an external disk drive, mouse, keyboard, controller. That's sweet. Now I would think too, and I'm not 100% sure because it talks about UDisc. I don't know. If this is talking about, you know, if you want to plug in, let's say you had a gaming controller that had the ability to, you know, have its own little Wi-Fi connection with a dongle, I kind of think it's this. Storage, I'm not too sure how external storage works. I know you can put internal and you can put like SD cards or micro SD cards in it, but I don't know how it works for external drives. Of course, keyboard and controller, which is awesome. And is that it? Yeah. That's it right there. Now, the other thing they kind of show here on their website, which I also like, 7-in-1 docking station, looks good, is the fact, if you can see it there, it seems to have a nice angle on it. I know mine, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Mine, when it has a case on it, it'll dock for sure, because I always keep the case on, but it always stands up straight because of the fact that it just doesn't have the room. I have a feeling it's going to do the same with this. I don't know for sure, but it just kind of makes me feel that way. Isn't that the setup you want there? I want that TV with the Switch. Okay, anyways, not the Switch, the Steam Deck. Sorry. And with the Switch, we have a Switch too. KiwiHome. That's it. Nice little box. It looks like it's the standard kind of like recycledy kind of box you get. Right there. And if we crack this open here, you are going to get a docking station for Steam Deck user manual. You know what? The user manual should be pretty simple. You plug it into the Steam Deck, and then you plug all your stuff into the ports. That's all it says. And then you get a bunch of different languages, right? English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, and Japanese. So nice, simple. Oh, I like it. It's nice. It's nice looking. Again, you don't need a whole lot of stuff in the box. You have the little manual, but this is the first one that has a little power button on it. I do like, see the little power button? That's nice. And I am curious. It has a nice little. You guys may be able to see it there. It's got a rubber. And that would definitely help it for making sure. Number one is that when it's sitting in here, it shouldn't scratch because it has this rubber like padding on it. Plus, it's not going to slide in there, which is good. You do have some nice little rubber feet on the bottom. Now, I don't know if this has little stickers on the feet. Yeah. So make sure you pull those off. Little slide because they're in there. And maybe you don't want it to be sticky. Maybe you want it to be able to slide. I don't want it to slide. So now that's going to sit on there nice. And yeah, that's got some good grip, right? Good grip on the table. Now, of course, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. This is that right angle USB-C connector right there, which is fantastic. Now I'm hoping we'll see how this goes in, right? Because I can never. So I guess it goes in this way. Just kind of right in the top. We'll see how much slack we have, and then there is your what did they say? 1.4 DP. This is your 2.0 HDMI. There's your USB 3 or your PD with 100 watt. This is your 100 watt charger. Again, you got to make sure you have a 100 watt charging brick. There's your USB 3.0s right there, and your gigabit Ethernet. Yeah, that's good. It's got a nice finish to it. I like the black. I wonder, does that light up? I'm curious, does it light up? If I were to plug this in here, no, it's not even going to plug in there. Negative. So, I do have to get my charging cable and all that, and we'll see how this works. We'll go over there and try it. Okay, so before we go over there to set it up, I did want to bring my Steam Deck over here, and I do have, this is not a 100 watt charger, this is just one that's floating around. I think this is like a, I don't know, 40 or something like that, which is fine. It's enough to power it. So we're gonna stick that in there, and this is gonna go into one of my little power things here, right? Which should power this all up, I would think. This is gonna go into one of these, so we're gonna come here, which, I don't know if you saw it, there it is. See the little light? You guys can see the little light there. Nice. And then this, so yeah, so it's the same issue that I had with the other one, is that, you know, it'll go in, but it stands straight up with a case, when it has a case on it. And now I have a whole bunch of, like, I have a card holder back here for my extra games and things like that. Right, so if I brought this up higher, would that help at all, maybe? No, it still stands straight. So if you are someone that has, just so you guys know, if you are someone that has a case, now this is what a company needs to do. They need to make something like this, because I like the thought of this, but I use a case. I put a case on everything, especially something that's portable. I want to be able to protect it. What they need to do is have something like this, but the front, like the lip area, so this, where am I? This part here, you have something on the bottom maybe so that this can extend forward, and then there's just something on the bottom or the back or whatever, so you can twist it and tighten it so that you can extend it, so that if you are someone that has, like me, a case, because I love the case. Two reasons. It protects, which is awesome. And the other one is, of course, that it just, it has nice grip and things like that. It makes it a little bigger. I can put stuff on it. As you can see, I actually have like a memory card holder I just put on with Velcro. And then I have all my SD cards, my micro SD cards in there. This one has a stand, etc., etc. You know, so some perks for having an actual case on it for sure. But I do like the fact that this has that little light and you can turn it, see, just on and off. And on and off. Now I'm not going to be able to test all of the ports, of course, but we will go over and just take a look and see how it. We'll make sure we're able to send out to a monitor. Now I just have a little monitor that we're going to send out to, just so you can see it. That's all it needs. And we'll plug in a keyboard, mouse, and a game controller. All right, let's head on over there, shall we? All right, guys. So we have the Steam Deck on the dock. We also have a keyboard, mouse, and a game controller hooked into it. Now, I just have my phone recording this, but you can see here, if I come up here, that number one, I got my mouse right here, right? That number one, that the mouse is working just fine. Two is that I can come in here and search for, I don't know what we want to search for. Maybe I want to play Dirt. You can see there it is, Dirt 2.0. So the keyboard works great. Again, we can click on a game if we want to see this one. And there's this Stranding. I can click on this, and now that that's running, I'm going to switch over to a controller. Here's my controller that is plugged in. What? It's not installed. Oh, I thought it was installed. Escape back. Let's try a different game. Well, let's play Dirt. Now, just so you realize I'm not going to be great at this game by any means. Dirt. Here we go. Comes up and shows the controller. Again, here is my controller right here. And we'll see how this works. All right, so here it is. Looks so far. It's playing, which is excellent. I don't know what's going on with the other game. We have to uninstall it and reinstall it. All right, game controller's working. I'm not, oh, maybe that's it. I must be signed into here. Whatever. Let's do a free roam. That's all we're gonna need. Sure, confirm. We'll go with this guy. And again, all this should have no issues running. The biggest thing is, will they all connect, which they do. So currently, I have a monitor connected. I have a keyboard connected. I have a mouse connected. And I have a game controller connected. And they all are working just fine, which is great. Now, this is only a 1080p display, but I am getting 1080p 60. If I had a 4K 60 display down here, that should have no issues running at all either. Now, anything above that, just be aware, you're going to need a special TV. And I don't think, honestly, the Steam Deck can really push out anything faster than that anyway, so it really doesn't matter. It doesn't need to go higher than that. All right, so let's just start that, and you can see. Right, I can just spin around, I can do whatever. Spin around my car. Yeah, everything's running good. You know, there's what my car looks like. Sweet. Now I do think I could probably even maybe use, I don't know if you can on this one. I have no idea. Well, you can definitely use the keyboard, right? The keyboard allows me to accelerate, I think, or my arrow keys. One of them did. I thought it did, but there it is, right? So I just have to figure out which keys do what. But yeah, it's all working good. So there's my little setup there. You guys can see it. There's my monitor. There it is hooked into the dock right there. So everything is connected into the back. Again, there's that right angle connector, which is great. Now, the one thing I am curious about, and I'm going to reach around the back here, is there's that button. And if I tap on it, yeah, no, that's awesome, right? I can tap on it and it comes right to this display, which is fantastic. And you'll actually see this now says there's no signal. So if you're switching back and forth for whatever reason you can, and if I tap on it again, it turns off and it's back up there. That in itself is actually a really cool feature. I like that. All right, guys, this is the Kiwi, you guys see it there, right? KiwiHome KiwiHome, I believe it is. Steam Deck dock. You know what? It's good. If you're looking for one, I think it's probably one of the better ones that I've tried at least. And again, I hope to see one of these companies do something with the dock down here that allows you to extend it if you actually want to have it on your desk and, you know, leaned over. But for me, if I'm going to have it in the dock hooked into all this, I'm not playing with the Steam Deck. I'm actually using it just as basically like a gaming PC and have everything controlled, so it really doesn't matter. All right, guys, I'll put links down below if you guys are interested in this, and that's it. I'll see you guys next video. Later.